YouTube, I'm back and I'm ready with a video. It's gonna be a good one. 5 essential tools of a bin store. I'm on one. You're not supposed to ride it, but I do what I want. Alright, YouTube. Haven't seen me in a while. I've been running away from these videos, but I had to do one. People were asking, nobody was asking, so I had to do a video because nobody was asking. But today we'll do 5 tools, equipment, things you need in a bin store. I'll do a couple that are super important, and then I'll do a couple that I see that I probably use every day. I'll tell you the list later, but yeah, what else is happening, right? Almost summertime. I love the summertime. Winter's horrible. So we're in that season now of change, right? Ever since the new year, business gets slower. Stuff gets, you could catch up on certain things, and then you catch up too much, and then you don't have anything to do at work. The first most important tool in a bin store, though, is the microwave. Because I'm hungry, and I don't work if I don't eat. So, yeah.
What you got for lunch today?
Dude, the usual. Beef, rice, broccoli. I don't like to cook that long. Or no, meal preps, it has to be done in under an hour. Sometimes I might get fancy with a nice meal, get the steak on the grill, potatoes, and have myself a little evening meal or whatever, a dinner. Before work, it's just this. Maybe I'll throw in some chicken sometimes, maybe a taco here and there, and yeah, we'll get to it. 5 essential tools, items, systems of a bin store. Start with this thing, right? You need a pallet jack, guaranteed. If you're trying to move some volume, always a pallet jack. I don't think a store will work without a pallet jack. Maybe if you're like a convenience store or something, but a bin store, you have to have a pallet jack. They're not too much fun. You can't really hurt yourself on it, so they're okay. This one's pretty cool. It could hurt, like, it's not the best thing in the world, but it gets what we need to get done because we don't have a dock. Our biggest issue, right? So when a truck pulls in, you guys probably seen on previous videos, when a truck pulls in, we have to have like 3 guys, 2, but it takes longer. But yeah, you can't really ride it, but I figured out a way to ride it, so I'll show you guys how to ride it. Start off backwards. You hop in like this and you just ride it, but it's slow.
So what's next?
Next will be
maybe a ladder. There's a ladder right there.
Yeah, it's not like essential. You don't need a ladder. You need it in most businesses, but I say a bin store needs a processing table, so let's go check it out. The nice thing about this pallet jack is you can use it for this. So show you can get up, ride up right nice in there. Here's our processing table, nothing crazy. As you can see, it's kind of like an assembly line. We bring the gaylords over here. It's either we crack it open or tip it open, and then everything spills down, comes over here. And at that point, we start going through the merchandise. There will be bins under the table, and we'll toss the glass in there, right? Health and beauty, toss the glass down there, right? If something needs to get taped up, you have somewhere to put it to tape up, right? In the beginning, when we were noobs, we were going straight from the gaylord to the bins, right? So you didn't really have a table to work on, right? And it took like an hour to get 1 gaylord done. Now it's like we could put 2 people on here, but with 2 people we could get done with a gaylord in about less than 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So we take care of all the merchandise here. What needs to go on a shelf out there so it doesn't get destroyed in the bins. And then what's gonna go back in the bins, there will be a gaylord at the end of here. This vicinity, we don't have no room to show you, but that's how we do it. Once you have it set up like this, you could get pretty specific, right? Let's say that you only want to pull the clothes, so you could take the clothes out, start a gaylord of clothes, right? You build up a gaylord of clothes, and then you run a sale for a whole week where you just have 3 gaylords of clothes just ready to go, right? Books don't really sell, so we put all the books into the bin, and then we make a gaylord of books, right? Drinks, like soda and stuff, it goes into the break room. That is a guarantee. Chips too. Snacks. Off of every load, we have to take at least 5 or 6 items of snacks and put them in the break room.
But if it's Mountain Dew, it goes in your backpack.
No, I only drink Mountain Dew at work. I have no soda at home. I swear, this is just a thing I do at work. I'm healthy outside of work.
It's a quiet addiction.
Our setup isn't insane, but once we move, grow a little bit, it's gonna be insane. We'll have a slide, a conveyor belt, right? We'll have one of those going. Like, I have ideas. I tried drawing them. I'm a terrible drawer, but I have ideas just to speed up the process of processing. Now when we get a load, it'll take 2 guys. Definitely, you could get it done in a day in an 8-hour shift with 2 guys. It's just that there's gonna be a mess after because you have all the bins under you, right? After then, you have to start distributing the stuff that you pulled out, right? Like the glass, the food, the health and beauty, the clothes, and then the bucks, right? They have to go to their spots. It doesn't take too long. That's probably like 2 hours after we're done processing a whole load of Amazon high piece counts. So next is Gaylords. We never really bought like empty Gaylords. Whatever we get off the load, we try to salvage as many as possible. So like right here, there's a bunch. The pile's getting a little low. There's probably like 5 or 6 in there. We have another pile behind all this stuff, and there's about 20 over there. It's an excessive amount. It probably is taking 2 to 3 pallet spaces, but 1 Gaylord is like $15. So you gotta save costs where you can, and throwing it out, you're throwing out money because there's a bunch of space it's gonna take up in the trash. But let's go on to the next thing, which will be tools.
You need a refill on that Mountain Dew?
Soon. Tools, right? So we'll do tools as one category out of the 5. First one for sure is like a knife you have to have. Like, it can't be a dull knife. You don't want to be the guy with the dullest knife in a knife fight, right? You'll get fired if you don't get a knife. You could have one of these. These are alright. We got these off a load. They were super nice. I found this one off a load. They're not the best utilized ones, but dude, do we have one of the better ones here? They're like a box cutter knife.
Oh, I think Frank had one. Frank, you got the box cutter on you?
Of course. Everybody's supposed to have a knife on them at all times.
Yeah, that's a good one that Frank had. So the one that Frank had, it's the best one. It's a box cutter, right? This is like, I don't even know what this is. The Smith & Wesson, that's what I kept it. But yeah, these break easily. The box cutter ones, I'll lose all the time. This one I won't lose, so that's why I keep these around. We'll go to the next one, a toolbox. I found this in a low too. It's not for sale, so don't ask. And let's see, and it's not a bad mess. It's for electrical or electrician. But let's say you gotta put in furniture, you need like a wrench or something like that. It's all there, it'll get the job done. Definitely use it because we put a lot of furniture together when we do have it, just because it sells better, right? The cost of how much we pay for furniture, we don't get it often, but we do get it, is worth us putting it together because it will sell that much quicker. If somebody sees a piece of furniture that's put together, like they're like, I need this. Like, they see how it looks. A picture is worth 1,000 words, but when you see furniture put together in person, you're buying it. All right, so the next tool is a drill. If you know how to use it, you'll find a way to use it to your advantage. So learn how to use a drill. Next is for sure a tape gun. So like we talked about earlier, when you're processing, you need a tape gun next to you and you need a knife. 100% you'll need them. You don't want to leave that processing table because you're just gonna waste time. You're trying to get 1 Gaylord done in like 20-25 minutes. You have to have all your tools ready. So if you take 15 minutes to get ready, you're gonna save probably half an hour while processing. So always be prepared. Next tool, heat gun. We don't pay heat over here. We just plug a bunch of these in, and once somebody gets cold, we just tell them to, you know, give yourself a little shot of heat. There's no complaints. It does great. It's 1/10 of the price of turning the heat on. Besides all that, we do use it. It's good to get labels off. Sometimes there's just some annoying labels. Let's say Conrad over here, media director, wants to find some nice items, but there's a bunch of stickers on them, right? He puts that extra 5 minutes of work, the presentation is gonna be twice as better. And then last but not least, we'll do last tool, shrink wrap. We probably bought, I don't know how many boxes. We bought like 10 boxes, and there's 4 rolls in each, so 40. And that was in the beginning of the year, so January. And now we have 5 boxes left, probably went through half of it already, or more than half. Let's say you have a bunch of stuff that you're trying to save for next week, and it's like bigger stuff like microwaves or like boxy things. If you put it into the Gaylord, you're taking up more space. If you put it nicely on a pallet, wrap it, you can move it around. We have some people that come here and they're like, oh, can you take my stuff that I've been trying to sell and make a pallet out of it and sell it, and you guys sell it for us, and we do like, we make an agreement on like what the price is and everything and how much we're gonna make, and we shrink wrap it to keep it all together, because you don't want to carry around a bunch of stuff from there and back when you could just put it on one pallet, shrink wrap it, and you're moving 20 items all at once. On the auction.
Dan, were you done?
I'll make a video on the auction. I guess.
So we're back in the break room. We're back in the
break room's great because we got snacks. After all this work we did just to make one video, you need a snack. So usually looking kind of weak. Kimberly just cleaned the break room, so she hit some of the good snacks. Get some Lay's, Mountain Dew down there. We got the coffee. I don't drink coffee, just remember that, guys. More snacks the better, because why not? You wanna stay fed. It's summertime, trying to be energized. You gotta be chasing around the sun, getting that vitamin D. More customers coming to the bin store. Come on, let's get it going, right, Conrad? That's
yes,
what we
sir.
gotta do. So I guess this is the ending, right? I might cry, but we're done, right?
No, we're not. We gotta go to the office. There's one more tool.
Oh. Alright, we'll finish it over there then. Alright, another essential tool of a bin store is a money counter. Because if you have 3 registers, even if you have 2 registers, counting all the cash at the end of the day and then having to recount the next day to make the registers will take a lot of time, and time is money. And if you save some time doing some tasks like that, you'll definitely improve in other spots. Let's do a competition. Who's quicker, me or the money machine?
I think the money machine.
I hope not. I don't like losing. Alright, hold up. I'll make it stack. It has the advantage, so its stack will be a little bigger. Alright, and go. 25. I didn't win, but definitely a good investment once you're starting. I found a couple unloads, so you might be lucky to get one. But if you can't find one, make the investment and it'll save time, definitely.